everyone, it's Linda with stampwithlindawalsh.com. In this video we're going to put together our box for our cute little washi tape cards. So here our cards are, and if you remember we have all those videos for you. And then on this video we'll just do our box. So we're going to start off with an 8.5 by 8.5 piece of paper, and you're going to score it at 3 1/4. I don't know which way it goes, but to say 3 1/4, 3 3/4, turn it 4 1/4, 4 3/4, turn it again 3 1/4, 3 3/4, turn it again, and 4 1/4 and 4 3/4. So each side has 4 and 4, 4 1/4 and 4 3/4, and those two sides have 3 1/4 and 3 3/4. Hope that makes sense. Let's get started with decorating. So this is a 4 by 6 piece of paper, and what you want to make sure you put it on is the side, and your directions will tell you where to notch and where to cut, so don't worry about that. That's already done for us for this. Make sure you add your designer paper to the side that has the big indent here. See how these have the flaps? So you want the side that has no flaps. And then what I did too, since it's on a fold, I really like to use my my liquid adhesive, but for this part I'm going to try and get close right up to the edge of my paper with my snail, and then just run a couple down the middle. Oops. Okay. So now I'm going to take my 4 by 6 piece of designer paper. I'm just going to put it on one side, just all the way, just run a, and the reason why I'm doing this is because this folded piece, this piece goes on the folded edge, like so. So see here, and I don't want it to come up, so that's why we're putting a strip of liquid. Not that this will come up, but it's just an added protection, I think. I just think that liquid tends to adhere the longest and strongest. Okay, so there you go. So then you're just going to turn it over and cut off the excess. Now, if you're going to do the ruffled edge, like the other sample, I actually didn't do a video on that, but I'm actually going to show you with this how to do it. And I'm just going to verbally show you. So, you're going to take your piece and you're going to use repositionable tape and then put this on it. Okay, whoops, I'm on the wrong side. Reposition, well, just a little dab, put it on it, and then cut away. Remove it, and then you're going to add your scallop border on here, and then place this over it. So then you won't see your edges of your scallop border, okay, and it will give you a nice finished cut. And this will already be cut for you, so then you'll be able to put it right on there. So that's how I did the other version. So there you go. This we will now fold everywhere. This is a really simple box to do. Holds 4 cards with a little bit of an embellishment. Alright, you can do one or two things with this. We can leave this here. I personally like it cut. Problem being is don't cut it too low, because then it will look funny, because you'll see these little pointies. So how I do that is I take my pencil and I fold the flap on the outside so I know where it's going to land us, and I'm just going to run a little line above this pointiness, so probably about up here. Alright, and then I just took my scissors manually and just ran them across. You can take your paper cutter if you don't think you're going to cut a straight line. I have a little bit of a pencil mark showing, so I just want to erase it. Double check, not that I can do anything now about it, but so this is going to be on the outside, this flap. I like it on the outside. And we'll take sticky strip. On each corner. Okay, so now these will fold in. You can do one of two things I want you to be aware of. When you bring this in, don't pull the side in too much. You want to have it straight and flush so when you fold your top down. So make sure that you don't have that pulling. You can kind of verify by maybe putting in your cards and having that as a base for you. I think that might be your best bet. So let's go ahead and just take off one side. Alright, and then kind of push. Make sure this piece here lines up with your edge too. Like so. There we go. I tend to not, I actually like to do it without the cards in there, so I'm just going to take off this other side now. But I wanted to show you that way, just in case that's easier for you. Everybody has their own preferences. I just kind of eyeball here and here at the same time, hopefully, and we'll see if it works. Okay. So there you go. Now to do our, I get the Velcro, clear transparent, and I had one lying around here. Let's see. Oh, I knew I'd, oh, there it is. The side I want transparent. I like this here, so when you open it, you don't really see it. Some people, you'll notice this anyways, but I just find this is more pleasing to the eye when you open it. So make sure you have that piece on the bottom. I put the top and the bottom together, so then when I add this, actually, I want a little lower, I'll be able to have the top and the bottom line up. So I'm going to leave that white Velcro, which is this part right there too. So when I close it, I want to get it all lined up where I want it to be closed, and then just press it down. It might be helpful to have your cards in there when you're pressing it down, but since this is such a tiny box, it's not going to cave in on you. And then just reapply. Give it a couple minutes to adhere to each other. Alright, and then I just added on your directions, I gave you a different view where you can just close it with this. I like the Velcro. I don't like closing it with this washi tape. I think it might, after a while, who knows how long it's going to take for you to use these cards, or give it as a gift. I just don't want it to permanently adhere or not adhere at all. So I'm just going to put, whoops, my box is getting away from me. I'm just going to put this on. That looks pretty straight. I'm just going to cut away. So I decided on this box, I'm just going to do it this way. If you don't have the Velcro, then by all means use the washi tape. So that's a good different way you can use your supplies. Alright, so now I'm going to do our washi tape along the bottom. Alright, your directions also give you, they stop about here and they rip it. I kind of like it completed, so that's another alternative for you for your directions. So we'll start with this one. I'm going to start on the back. Make sure you have a straight edge. I mean, you can always peel it up and then redo it. Start in the middle if you can. Try and get it on there straight from the beginning. So then, the other thing, if it does tend to veer off, that means you probably put this on a little crooked, too tight, not tight enough. But this washi tape is very forgiving. And so if you get a little wrinkle in it, you just take a nail and smooth it out. So let's see how I did. Cool. All right. I'm going to make sure. I don't want to overlap it too much either, because you can see the overlap where washi tape is see-through. It's going to take on the color of whatever paper is underneath. See, here's an issue. Look at that. I just smoothed it out with my nail, and it came out awesome. So then I'm just going to put this one over it. And this just gives it that two-tone look, matches our cards inside. It's really cool. Whoa! Oh, I've never had my washi tape rip like that. Isn't that funny? Okay, so I'm just going to even out my end here, make it straight. Start right in the center. Now I had overlapped this piece over the seam a little further on, just because I didn't want both seams to end in the same spot. Kind of draw your eye away from it by doing that. I know, do I sound like I'm really particular about certain things? I don't know if that's good or bad. Okay. In case I didn't tell you too, these washi tape rolls, I think there's like 5 feet on each. I've done 5 boxes. Well, actually, I haven't finished all the boxes yet. But I've done all 5 sets of cards and 2 boxes so far. And I can probably squeeze out maybe 2 more boxes, or maybe all 5 boxes. So if you want to make a bunch of sets, you can probably squeeze out 5 sets, but definitely 4. I just haven't finished them yet, so I can't really tell you. Alright, so there you go. Your box is done. That really came out cool. And these will go right in it. And then there you go. So thank you for joining me for our class. I hope you enjoyed the washi tape and opened up some new ideas for you. Thanks again. Bye-bye.